set up your first investment that will earn for you again and again for years to come. Let me share with you how you're going to be able to make this happen. What I hear all the time, I'll start investing when I'm in a better place with money, when I'm out of debt, when I figure out income, when my money feels better, right? Here's the thing about money. I'm going to lovingly, and I mean this, lovingly call you out on your BS, okay? Wealthy women don't wait until everything's together before they get going in this area of their life. And I'll share with you why, okay? They invest while they're figuring it out. That's how I changed my life. I wasn't in the perfect place with my money when I started. And I think that's a big thing to share because I feel this is what holds people back so much. Like, even when you're in debt, even if you're figuring out your income, because here's what happens to people. They spend 10, 20, 30 years trying to get out of debt. Then it comes to later in life and they have absolutely nothing in place. That is a dangerous place to be in. When you know savings, no emergency fund, nothing set up for the future, you're not living the life you love now. That's got to do with how you're showing up with the money right now. Okay? So even if you have to start, I started with €50. Like, even if you have to start with $50 or £50, you are further ahead than everybody else that's doing jack shit about this. Okay? Because wealth is built by time in the market. It is like your behavior with money is either having you in a good place. Like, one of the things I always hear from people is, Lorna, I want to not have to worry about money. I want to like be an overflow. I want to know I can do what I want, when I want, with who I want, where I want, and not have to think about money, and I get to be myself. Okay, this is what people want, right? But here's the thing about money. If you're in the hole with money or it feels messy, and I'm talking to people, like, I am on market research calls right now with people that are making multiple six figures in the same place as people who are working out their income or clearing the debt or all the things. Like, it's all relative, okay? So if you're in the hole with money, it is because of your actions, your behaviors, your thinking with money right now, okay? You got to show up doing the opposite to everybody else. To everybody else. You got to do the opposite to what everybody else is doing. It's not working for them, and it won't work for you, okay? It's not about perfection with the money. When my money's in a great place, then I'll go create the wealth. Right? The sooner you understand this, the sooner you get going, like, the sooner your life changes with money. Because the way to change life with money is, how am I showing up with the money right now? Like, what are my habits with money? Do I have wealthy habits with money? Like, most people are either breaking even, or they're spending more than they have. You want to be the person with the great habits with money, because that person creates the wealth. Okay? Even if the money's messy. Because here's the thing, right? Think about your life. Think about your life. Think about when you maybe you're in your 20s and you're like, by the time I'm 27, I'll meet the man of my dreams, and then I'll get married, and I'll live in this lovely house, and then I'll have my kids, and I'll go travel, and right, like, you might have had a plan for your life, and then life never worked out the way you planned it to be. Well, money's a bit the same. Even when people like me are teaching you, here's how to be good with money, right? Life's messy and money can be messy. So I want you to give yourself permission. It's okay that my money's not perfect right now. Okay? I think that's a real biggie. It's a real freedom, internal freedom, knowing that the money doesn't have to be perfect. Well, but the difference that kind of separates the wealthy from the ones that are like, shit, I'm in the shit here about money, is they're doing the right things despite of their circumstances with money. Does that make sense? Okay? So you're not supposed to wait, because here's the truth. Wealth doesn't come from waiting. Definitely. Trust me. When I started this journey, I was not in the right place with my money. I had just had a baby. I had left a job. I was on maternity leave. COVID had hit. Didn't know where the money was coming from. I made the decision that I get to be wealthy. And that's what turned it around for me. Okay? We don't wait. It comes from time in the market, and it comes from the decision to start. Hand on heart. When you get that, you'll be in a different place with your money than everybody else does. It comes from doing things differently than you've done before. If you're living paycheck to paycheck right now in your life, in your business, it's because of the patterns you are repeating over and over again that has you not having the revenue in the business, in the debt, or living above your means, okay? And I know income coaches out there go tell you to go sit on a mountain, hum and meditate, go buy the most expensive champagne, or go on this retreat in Mauritius or whatever, right? And you're putting it on your credit card. That is not wealthy, and that is not freedom. That is, oh shit, I don't feel good about myself with money. And people will put off this area because they're embarrassed about where they are with the money. Like, I'm quite well established here. This is embarrassing. I don't know if I want to let people know what the real situation is. You want to let that go, okay? Anytime you're with me, it is a safe place to be your raw self. And this is why I created Set Up Your First Investment, a 60-day sprint to walk you through your very first investment step by step. There's no fluff. There's no overwhelm. We are starting tomorrow. So tomorrow, June the 19th. And it's just €97 to jump on that. It's a 60-day sprint together. And wait till you hear what's in it, okay? And that's about $112 and even cheaper for you guys in the UK, right? You're going to open your first account with me. You're going to pick your first investment. We'll start with under $100 so you get a feel for it, okay? You're going to know exactly what you're doing it and why you're doing it the way you're doing it. You're going to be guided the entire way. You're going to get live support with me and actions to follow. And here's the thing, I teach more than this. I teach more than just get your one investment. I'm going to teach you the whole picture behind it, because if you're investing, if you know how to invest and you know how to be financially free, it's not about one investment over the other. It is about knowing how to have yourself robust, so no matter what happens in the world, Trump and his tariffs, the war in Ukraine, COVID, credit crisis, I don't know if you've been through all these things. I have. The boom crash in 2008, depressions, recessions. You want to protect yourself so you are secure through all of this, okay? You want to live a life you love now. You didn't come on this earth to work hard and not be able to live, okay? You want to be able to set yourself up securely for the future and be able to live now, okay? So there are 3 factors that affect your ability to create wealth and financial freedom, okay? Or when you're investing, okay? Time in the market, the amount you're putting towards it, and the return that is giving you, okay? Because you want to give, so time is a big piece of this. This is why it's so important to get going now, no matter where you are with the money, okay? It allows the compounding to do its magic. Most people are compounding the credit card the wrong direction instead of compounding their wealthy self. They're not keeping and growing the money they have. Here's the truth. Most people have plenty of money passed through their hands. If you look back through your life, there's plenty of money that's probably passed through your hands, but you've pissed it away. Okay? Just being straight with you. Okay? What are you doing with that money? That's like, wealth is created not when money comes in, it's what you do with it when it leaves your bank account. So remember that. It is time in the market, not timing the market, okay? Or waiting till the money's perfect before you do something about it, okay? Such as like investing, emergency funds, and all the things. They are wealthy habits with money. Most people are doing the dead opposite, okay? Too many people like making multiple 6 figures, okay? Maybe you're on your way to 6 figures. They've no savings, they've no emergency fund, they've no retirement plan. I don't even like that word because you get to choose when you get to be free, okay? They have nothing. If they stop hustling, they go under, because most businesses don't work without you, and that's not an asset when it works without you, okay? That is a dangerous place to live your life. No matter where you are with your money, you start now. Yesterday. When do you plant a tree? Right? Um, that's how people turn it around. Like, are you waiting for a life event to come to take you out to figure this out? Or are you hearing what I'm saying, right? Okay? Because the universe is brilliant, right? You get the same message over and over again till you hear it, or it gives you a life event, divorce, sickness, uh, something quite strong to give you the kick up the butt to change your circumstances. Or you hear what I'm saying here. The last thing you want to do when you're in a crisis is have to worry about money as well. Okay? So missing 1 year of compounding can cost you tens of thousands, and that's the money you're going to live off. So the sooner you get that building, instead of building your credit card and loans, why not, like your liabilities, why not build for yourself? Okay? And I'll give you quick stats to kind of give you a picture, right? If you invest $100 or pounds, euros, put in whatever currency it is, a month at 8%, and that's kind of, quite modest, right? Over a 10-year period, that will bring in 17,000, right? If you waited another 3 years, that would bring in 7,000. Do you see the difference? Just to kind of give you a picture, right? The difference between 17,000 and 7,000. Like, that's a big difference. A really low barrier place to start is index funds, like exchange trader funds, because you can do that at $100 or €100, and people can be financially free on index trackers. We'll teach you all this, okay? I want to talk to this as well. Like, I know people carry shame around money. I'm not in the right place. I'm a bit embarrassed. I should have figured out you need to let go of that shit. That's the mindset just taking you out, right? You do not need a PhD. You just need the right support with someone who can hold your hand and show you the first step and give you accountability. And if you're like me, like I was not good at maths at school. I didn't come from a financial background. So if I can do it, you can do it. And I had a revenue problem for forever, right? My client Susie yesterday put $100 into 4 investments. Once you know the structure, you can get going very quickly. Now she's going to up that in September to, I think, maybe $500-700 a month, right? You do need to put a decent amount to really get traction, okay? But you can get going and have a feel of it and get the confidence around it. So she put 104 investments. And when you let money compound, it can really gain momentum for you, okay? So, like, why would you wait on this? Seriously. Where people go wrong is they're waiting for extra income that never appears, and they're delaying the wealth creation, okay? Living above their means, and they're in overwhelm, and it freezes you. Like, when you don't have money, it triggers the shit out of you, right? Who wants to be triggered by money? Everybody tells me I want peace, I want security, I want to feel safe, I want to not have to think about the money. Well, how are you showing up with the money? Are we creating that? Or are we sitting in our stuff? Okay? Thinking I must clear the debt first is holding you back. Thinking I must work out the revenue income is holding you back. I must budget for it is holding you back. It's by flipping it and doing what works does the engine come behind it, if that makes sense. Okay? So, set up your first investment. It's a 60-day sprint. It's only €97. You can hop in today. I want you to DM invest below this video. Okay? We kick off tomorrow. Okay? You're going to open your account, pick your investment, under $100, euros. Know exactly why you're choosing it, why you're doing what you're doing. Like, you walk away with the confidence, the knowledge, and understanding of why you're doing it the way you're doing it. Okay? You're going to get actions. You're going to get live coaching calls. You're going to get support in between the calls. Massive support. I massively support my people. Ask anybody who's worked with me. DM the word invest below this video to secure your spot, and I will send you the details, and let's get going on this for you. Okay? Wait another 6 months and you'll be exactly where you are now. Like, what's going to change 6 months, 1 year from now if you don't act on this? Like, imagine where you'll be 6 months, 1 year from now when you are somebody who's taking different actions with your money and that money is compounding and working for you. Like, the choice is yours. Okay? Stop waiting, start building. Perfection is optional, movement is mandatory. People who get ahead in life take messy, imperfect action because it's in the action the perfection comes. Because you start to gain the knowledge, you know the questions to ask, and you know how to gain momentum with what you're doing. So stop waiting, start building, okay? Let your money start earning for you again and again for years to come.